Okay, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to first start off with calculating the mass of the water. So I have this container, and hopefully you recognize that as a graduated cylinder. So I have a graduated cylinder, and earlier I measured out about 100 milliliters. Get down, look at it, eye level, 100 milliliters. And I'm going to put that on the scale here. I have a digital balance. And it's 207.5 currently. So over here where it asks for the mass of the container and the water, we're just going to go ahead and write down 207.5. And you know, if you put up here, if you put the G in there, that'll kind of take care of the fact that these are all going to be in grams. Now earlier I did go ahead and take the mass of the graduated cylinder. The graduated cylinder itself is 108.7. 108.7. Now I'm also going to take that and define the mass of just the water. Hopefully you recognize that you would just simply subtract. So I'm going to bring in my handy dandy calculator. We're going to put in 207.5. It's actually not mine, and so I didn't even turn it on. And this is from before. 207.5. Well, I did it again. 207.5 minus 108.7 equals 98.8. And again, that's in grams. Now over here, when it says 100 milliliters of water, we're using the water that we calculated over here. So we're just going to go ahead and fill that in. So we already have that, 98.8 grams. We also need to measure the mass of an effervescent tablet. So let me go ahead and set this down while I get out a tablet. Just unwrapping from right here. Just going to unwrap it. When I unwrap it, we're going to go ahead and put it on the scale. When we put it on the scale, here it is on the scale, it says 3.3 grams. So over here in our data table, we're going to go ahead and write 3.3 grams. We're going to add that into what we already have. So let's add in that 3.3. Okay, and then we are gonna, the Erlenmeyer flask, oh my goodness, let's not forget that. Earlier today, this is our Erlenmeyer flask. Earlier today, I did calculate the mass of this, but hey, we've got a little bit of water in there. See that water? And that will mess up your results if you don't measure it. So let's measure it again. Here it is. See, it's got a little water on it. It is currently 126.9 grams. 126.9 grams. And we'll add that in here. 126.9 equals, wow, a nice even number, 229. So right now our total materials, 229 grams. Now we're going to go ahead and mix these things together. So let me go ahead and put this down here. It's never a good idea to, I'm just going to pour the water in here. Do it with your paper right there, because as soon as I do that, I'll probably end up spilling it everywhere. Let's hope not. Let's hope I don't do that. Then we're going to drop in the effervescent tablet. Notice it immediately starts to fizz. Hear it? See it? Swirl it. So remember, that's one of the uses of a flask, getting a swirl. It's really good for swirling. We'll let the reaction take place. You can see the little tablet still floating around up there. This is the stuff that, it'll help neutralize stomach acid, so you would drink it down. I personally think it's pretty disgusting, but you might like it, I don't know. If it makes your tummy feel better, right? Here's some of that. Oh, that wasn't very much. Okay, that was weird. It's pretty well dissolved now. I mean, you can see those bubbles. Hopefully you recognize that those are carbon dioxide bubbles. So there's still some bubbles in there, but let's go ahead and take the after mass. We're gonna get this mass after mixing, so you'll wanna look at that. This is where, when we measure it over here, we're gonna write it there, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and put that on here. And now we have 228.0 grams. Wow, could that be more amazing? 228.0 grams. That means that, you know, it decreased by 1 gram, so negative 1 gram. So now what I want you to do is to go ahead and answer the questions about the post-demo. So you just go ahead and answer those questions about the post-demo occurrence. And then you'll kind of be caught up with us. So post-demo questions, and hopefully you enjoyed watching the fizz. This is about part A, the demo portion of it, and we're going to kind of work through this together. But I would like you to fill in this question first. If I add together water and an effervescent tablet, which is kind of like the real way of an Alka-Seltzer type of tablet, will the total mass before mixing be less than or equal to or greater than the mass after mixing? So if you just take a moment and write down whether you think, again, equal to, less than, or greater than. And then also take a moment to explain why you thought that. What was the reasoning behind thinking that?